Okay, now we're going to talk about the rest of the window treatments. Be sure you're writing these notes, gluing those pictures in. So we're going to talk about all the miscellaneous slides. There's only two of them really. Since there are less of these window treatments than the last video about window treatments. So what's the purpose of a window treatment? Basically, um, privacy would be kind of a big deal, because you don't want the neighbors seeing you all naked. Also to filter light, meaning maybe you sleep during the day because you work night shift and you need the light to be blocked out. Or you just like to sleep late on Saturdays and you'd like for it to be a little darker. Or you have a lot of street lights close to your window and you don't like them shining in your window at night because that's hard for you to sleep. Or you don't have any of those situations, but you don't want like bright light shining in your window. You'd like it to be toned down a little bit. So you're going to filter the lights with something like shears, like we learned about. And then the third reason, which is, always my number one reason, is decoration or aesthetics, meaning because it looks good. You're going to put whatever kind of window treatment is going to look good because a lot of the times something looks unfinished when it doesn't have its window treatments, to be honest, because we're used to seeing them. So when it doesn't have it, we're like, wait, something's missing. It's like if someone doesn't have their ears, something's missing. It's like your window treatments. Um, so we learned about soft window treatments yesterday, but today we're learning about hard window treatments. So hard window treatments are going to be shutters, blinds, and cornices. For example, yesterday's soft were curtains, drapery, shades, valances, among a couple other things. So you don't have these pictures because they're outlined in red. But if this is what a shutter looks like, yes, that's on the inside of the window. That's new. And this is a valance. Excuse me. So what do you think determines if it's hard or soft? Like really, just use your common sense. If this one's a hard one and this one's a soft one, these are hard when you feel them. These are soft when you feel them. There you go. So, hard window treatments. Here they are. Let's go. Shutters. Shutters can cover all or part of the window. So actually, if we go back to this picture, see how these shutters didn't cover the whole window because there's this top part that's not covered by shutters. But in this picture, these shutters are covering the entire window, top to bottom, left to right. They're usually made of wood. Sometimes they can be made of vinyl or composite. And they are hinged for, what does it say behind the black box? Opening! Yeah, so you can open them like butterfly, like a door, and then they have this little stick in the middle of each of them, and you pinch that stick basically and move it up or down, and that's how they open or close, tilt whichever way you want them to tilt. I will tell you that shutters are expensive. I have a bunch of examples of window treatments to show you in class, and I will. But I don't have any shutters because they were gonna cost me like $300, and I was like, nope, sorry, the kids are just gonna see a picture of that one. So they're expensive because they're made of wood, and wood's expensive, pretty much, and they're custom sized. Next would be blinds. I think we all know what blinds are. That's probably the most common window treatment to have. That's what we have in the schools. That's probably what you have in your house, behind your curtains. Excuse me, I've got the yawns. They are space slats that may be opened or closed by cords. And this is your picture. Like we know what blinds look like. Usually you probably see them in white, but this picture is wood. Blinds are great for French doors because they provide privacy and still allow the doors to work. So think about if you had French doors with like a curtain on them, you would like constantly be accidentally shutting that curtain in the door. So if you have blinds where they're attached at the top and the bottom, then they're not going to accidentally shut. All right, this is a cornice. And it is just what we call a top treatment, meaning it only covers the top of a window. And it does fall under the hard window treatments because its base is made of wood, but then it could be covered in fabric, but it's first made of something hard. They're only decorative. They only hide window hardware or create a finished look. They don't ever cover the whole window or really serve any other purpose. But here's like 3 different styles. This one stayed wood the whole time and it's just made of a bunch of different types of molding. Um, This is, like, literally wood covered in fabric, like, just stapled on there with some batting, which is stuff that makes it soft, like a quilt. And so is this. It just has a little extra something or another with this starfish. I wonder if any of you guys like that. It's interesting. So that's a cornice. It just goes at the top, like a, I don't know, think crown. It has similar letters to the word crown. Crown, cornice, same thing. And apparently that's already the end of our hard window treatments. One more thing I did not say is that notice these cornices are used in conjunction with shutters, taking up the whole window or half of the window. It's like cafe shutters. And this one has two other things going on. It has blinds behind these shears. So there's three types of window treatments technically going on in that one window that also you don't have that picture. But just know like what combinations you can do with windows because sometimes the more the better and the more interest you're putting in a room.